Welcome back to the channel. This is Building a Million one day at a time. Today, it's been pretty crazy. Tesla's up more than 7%. And for many of you that were like, man, we've lost over 50% of Tesla since November of last year, this has been something we've been looking forward to. Tesla bottomed out at about $102 and is now rising back up. We hit a little over 132 today. That's about a 7% increase in one day. And as I was researching why has Tesla been increasing like this, I found this article by Trek, and I just want to kind of go over some of the things that's going on. In the last week or so, Tesla's introduced a price cut, almost 10% on their vehicles, and that is proving to be a super good move by Elon Musk to do so. So what's going on? So basically last week, Tesla implemented massive price cuts up to 13,000 on Model 3s and Ys in the US. The automaker tried to claim that the price cuts were due to a partial normalization of the cost inflation, but most industry experts agreed that Tesla needed the price cuts to create demand. So basically they were cutting prices to get people to start buying again. I think auto vehicles across the board had fallen, and so Tesla was saying, hey, we've got inventory, we need to get these sold, and so they offered a price cut. That on top of the incentive to buy electric vehicles from the government has pushed people to go out and buy. Now it's kind of funny, my brother just texted me last night and said, hey, I just put in my order for a Model 3. It should be here within a week or so. I was ecstatic for him. I'm like, man, I wish I could get a Tesla. I just don't have the reasoning to get one here where I live. I don't have a garage. The roads aren't very nice. Honestly, I drive maybe a mile and a half a day to work and back. So for me, getting a vehicle that I don't necessarily need right now doesn't make any sense. But the fact that Model 3s right now, you can get a Model 3 for about, let's see. So on top, I just want to go through this a little bit more. On top of the direct price cuts increasing sales, many Tesla models are now eligible for the new $7,500 federal tax credit. So that's pretty crazy. $13,000 reduced price plus a $7,500 tax credit on top of that makes these Tesla vehicles pretty affordable, especially the Model Y SUV being just around $45,000 to $50,000. It's pretty cheap for an SUV right now. So having these basic cuts and tax credits is making Tesla some of the most affordable vehicles out there. And to be able to get a Model 3 for $35,000 to $37,000, that's pretty insane. And Tesla's already cut prices because they've had inventory come down in price, and basically the products they need to put the cars together have come down drastically in price. So they're still making a good margin on profit there, but they're able to cut the prices to keep demand high. So last year they produced more electric vehicles than they ever had before. I think it was 1.3 million vehicles. Now, yes, it was less than they were hoping for, but more than they've ever produced, which is about 40% increase year over year from the previous year. And this is basically saying Tesla has seen unprecedented demand, stores hitting new records. So they've sold in 1 week more vehicles than they've ever sold before. That for me just gives me hope for Tesla in the future. JP Morgan came out and said, hey, Tesla's price cuts were so great that people came out and they're buying more cars than ever, and they gave their thumbs up towards Tesla. They've set their projection for Tesla stock to be around $200 a share, which honestly, in my mind, it should be closer to $400. It should never have fallen this far, but because of all the downturns and everything else and all the scrutiny Tesla's been under with buying Twitter and Elon selling billions of dollars worth of stock to fund and keep running Twitter, has given us a bad position, and the stock has fallen drastically. But with this, being able to sell vehicles, be able to move vehicles, they said that Austin should be producing and best gigafactory, better than even China, which China's been the biggest seller so far, is kind of crazy. Plus, with the announcement that they're possibly opening up another gigafactory in Mexico, it just makes Tesla continue to exemplify and progress. And so if we can get all these things going and we can get these cells to continue, there's no reason we can't increase by 40 to 50% again this year over last. And that is why Tesla's one of the best growing companies out there. Now, that's just in the auto market. That's it. If you think about, on top of that, their insurance, Tesla provides their own insurance for their vehicles. That's an untapped market for Tesla to be in, because if you think about being able to produce 1.5 million cars a year and insure those cars, you've got an untapped market in insurance. They're still doing solar. They're still making their own batteries. They're still patenting and making their own electronics to be able to use in their gigafactories. That on its own is by far better than any other electric vehicle out there, electric vehicle company out there. And then on top of that, they have the autonomous robot. They've got the gigafactory in Texas producing their Cybertruck that they should have rolling out anytime now. They've got the semi-trucks that have been pushed out, and we've got companies that are buying those up. I mean, above and beyond is what Tesla's going. That's not on top of everything else that they're progressing and producing. We've got the gigafactory in Germany that's producing cars and starting to roll. China's been shut down here and there because of COVID in China, but China's now saying Shanghai is, they're not going to do any more shutdowns, and Shanghai is going to start rolling out. Now, we've had some bad press in China, and that's not good. However, that happens with any vehicle company. You get things that happen, and bad press happens. I know we've had many things come out in the last few weeks, even Elon Musk getting sued for saying that he had funds prepared to buy back stock on Tesla. He's being sued for that. We have the bogus video come out about full self-driving that engineers have said is not true. I haven't done enough research on that to find out what that, if that is true or not. But we've got a lot of bad press coming towards Tesla, which honestly, to finally see some growth today in the stock market, reaching up over $132 a share, is honestly the best thing that we could have seen so far. Getting some good press from JP Morgan and Chase Bank saying that Tesla's growing faster than we anticipated and selling more cars in 1 week than they have ever. I mean, these things are going to give us better numbers and start rolling up. Now, are we going to see an increase tomorrow? I don't know. Are we going to see a downturn tomorrow? Again, I don't know. But being able to see some movement in the positive for Tesla is where it needs to go. Now, again, can we keep up this momentum? I believe so. They're saying they're running out of inventory again. That's not necessarily good. I'll keep you updated on when my brother gets his vehicle that he ordered yesterday. We'll see how long it takes him to get it. I was anticipating a week or two. They said on his cell that he should be getting it anywhere from January to February, somewhere in there. So they're anticipating, possibly 4 to 5 weeks to get it out to him. But they're still progressing and pushing. So we'll have to follow up and see where that's going. Hopefully it ends up good and we can continue to beat our competitors throughout the year and progress and continue to trend forward as other EV vehicle companies trend down in the 2023 with the recession that we're in. So if you like this video, make sure you like down below, subscribe if you haven't already. This is Building a Million one day at a time. We'll catch you next time.